I'm breaking out, I'm breaking in. I just can't help this state I'm in. I'm on my way, y'all. So put your shades on, this light's so bright, it's blinding. I'm radiating love, I'm radiating love, I'm radiating love. Breaking free, I'm breaking ground. I can't explain this thing I found. The clouds have moved on. I got my groove on. This pep in my steps infectious. I'm radiating love. I'm radiating love. I'm radiating love. I've been stuck in a rut. I've been shit out of luck. I've been wondering what is up with me. And then I realized it's up to me to decide. I can just be radiating love. I'm radiating love. I'm radiating love. I'm radiating love.
Good morning. Welcome. How are you? Happy Sunday. Happy April. I'm Reverend Jay Willick. I'm the senior minister here at the New Thought Spiritual Center. And that's where you are. You're at the New Thought Spiritual Center Sunday celebration. And we're so happy that you have brought your consciousness to meld with our consciousness as we meld with the consciousness of all, not only on this planet, but in the universe. So thank you so much for joining us. The New Thought Spiritual Center is here for you to bring you tools and love and ideas to manifest into your life everything that you desire. In fact, you are an irresistible magnet with the power to attract unto yourself everything that you desire. So that's what we do here. So welcome. And let me show you a little video about our statement of principles, what we're all about. That's why we're here, and every month we highlight one of our statement of principles. And the statement of principles we're highlighting this month is purpose, which is very interesting in that our theme for the month is purpose. And so to reiterate our purpose statement, it is reveal the divinity in you. We're going to talk about revealing the divinity in you all month. Your purpose, the purpose of this spiritual center, the purpose of life itself. That's what we'll be talking about. That's what we'll be digging into this month. And we're so happy that you joined us. So right now, let's let's get into a spiritual mind treatment. Let's do a prayer, an affirmative prayer. If you would, please close your eyes. You don't have to. You can leave them at a soft focus, or you can leave them wide open if you'd like. But let's take a deep breath on a count of 4 through your nose, through 3, 4, and then hold it for me. 3, 2, 1, and slowly exhale through your mouth. 3, 2, 1. Let's do that again together. You ready? Here we go. Inhale. Hold in that wonderfulness. And now let it go through your mouth. Go ahead and breathe normally. Feel and know that each time that you take in a breath, you know that God is, Spirit is, the divine presence is, that divinity that we are, each of us in our own way is. And as we exhale, we confirm and affirm this by knowing I am. I am that divinity. I reveal that divinity. That divinity is that which has brought to each and every one of us all of our experiences, brought the beautiful flowers in our garden or at the gardens that you go to look at flowers, has brought the sky and the sun and the planets. That power and presence, that divine intelligence, that divine love is in me, is in you at this very moment, expressing itself. So as we know this truth, as we know these facts, let us also know that we dig in to reveal that divinity, not only in every experience we have, but in every thought we have, knowing that this intelligence informs us as we allow it to inform us. So we step into the pool of information, the pool of intuition, the pool that floats not only us, but the best ideas, the best imaginative workings of our mind. We step into the consciousness of now. We step into the consciousness of peace. We step into the consciousness of love. And we spread that consciousness not only throughout our lives, but throughout our city, our country, our planet. And of course, sending extra peace, extra understanding, extra consciousness of love to those in other parts of the world that aren't feeling it right now. We feel it for them. We bring them the energy of that peace, of that love. We do it in great gratitude, with appreciation of knowing that we have the power to move this energy towards them as well as around us. And we do so now. As I release this word, and together we say, and so it is. Thank you for joining me with that. You know, every week I write what I call an affirmative incantation. It's like an affirmation. They're a little longer usually than affirmations, and they tend to go through a logical breakdown of how my day, your day, the day of people using it is going to be, and or the night. What's happening overnight as we sleep, what's going in our minds. That's what the affirmative incantation is all about. My suggestion is take the one that I write for the week, and it's one for the week. And in the morning, right when you wake up, take a nice deep breath, hold it for 4 seconds, and slowly exhale. And then wait 4 seconds and then inhale, and do that 3 times. That inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, wait for 4. Do that 3 times. Prep yourself. And then read the affirmative incantation and let it float in you. This takes a couple of minutes at the most. Let it just take you on its journey, whether it's a few sentences or sometimes longer. Let it take you on a journey just for those few minutes, 5 minutes tops. Again, at night before you go to sleep, do that again. Make that the last thing that you think about before you close your eyes and relax your body and reboot everything in those hours of sleep. So I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see it, and Steve will pop up the affirmative incantation for the week. So let's take a deep breath together. And if you'd like to just listen, maybe close your eyes, exhale. If you'd like to read it, there it is right on the screen. Join me. Your vivid imagination is in full swing today. You allow it to expand, enrich, and inspire you. I see you, my friend. I see your attention to patience, trust, and awakening the giant within. You are rocking it today. Every morning and every evening, that is how you begin and end your day. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about something that's it's sort of on the other end, but something that I've been going through, and I bet you guys have gone through it as well. I want to share that I am in a growth period. You ever have a growth period? Now, you may not understand that term, and that's okay. A growth period is that section of time when the universe is not quite working in the timing you think it should. You know, all the plans and goals that you've made and are making and that you're working on in your spiritual practice, and in your action, of course, they're not moving forward like you think they should. And you start realizing there's stuff in the way. Your doubts and your fears, and a lot of times all those old stories start brewing in your head. But I know pretty much from the moment I start feeling this, but I know that something's coming on the other end because I've had them before. Something's coming on the other side of that growth period, something great. And my job, my only job, is to get through that short period of time called the growth period. Here's a bit of music by Givelify. Rows and flows of angel hair and ice cream castles in the air and feather canyons everywhere. I've looked at clouds that way, but now they only block the sun. They rain and snow on everyone. So many things I would have done, but clouds got in my way. I've looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow it's cloud illusions I recall. I really don't know clouds at all. Moons and Junes and Ferris wheels, the dizzy dancing way that you feel, and every fairy tale comes real. I've looked at love that way, but now it's just another show. You're leaving laughing when you go, and if you care, don't let them know. Don't give yourself away. I've looked at love from both sides now, from give and take, and still somehow it's love's illusion I recall. I really don't know love at all. Tears and fears and feeling proud to say I love you, lie right out loud. Dreams and schemes and circus crowds, I've looked at life that way. But now, old friends, they're acting strange. They say, they shake their heads, say I've changed. Something's lost, but something's gained in living every day. I've looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow it's life's illusion. As I recall, I really don't know life at all. No, I really don't know life, not at all. I really don't know life at all. Ever feel that way? Ever had that go through your mind? Now, I know. We talk about, getting into beginner's mind, especially when you meditate, the I know nothing, now teach me everything bit that we're sometimes taught when we go into prayer or, like I said, meditation. Rumi once said, the wound is where the light enters. The wound is where the light enters. And the reference to that is that, well, it's something I don't believe in. I don't believe in that idea that you must know sadness to appreciate happiness, or ignorance to appreciate wisdom, or pain to appreciate health, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, I know by the time you reach adulthood, you've experienced some or a lot of that dichotomy in one way or another, and those wounds might show up throughout your life. They don't even have to be catastrophic, but they will be part of that growth period. I know they've been a part of my growth period. You'll think, like I have before, you'll think and feel stuck and empty, like nothing's going your way, like you don't deserve anything to go your way. Thoughts like, what the hell am I doing? Or what the hell have I been doing? Start showing up in your head, maybe even out of your mouth. There's lots of challenges, lots of doubt, even purpose. Even purpose seems to have left the party. Basically, it's when things seem to be really sucking. And maybe nothing really horrible is happening around you. You just feel, your emotions feel that life is really sucking. What's actually happening, and this helps me through it when it's happening to me, this knowledge, what actually is happening is that your reality, your life, the actions of your everyday life in the 3D world hasn't caught up yet with your spiritual growth, with your spirituality, and that's emotionally and physically draining. Now, crying or depression probably shows up for no apparent reason, and aches and pains and headaches and fatigue rear their ugliness again for no apparent reason. And yes, there could be nutritional stuff going on, and I'm not belittling any sort of mental illness that might be going on, because you will feel a deep sense of being lost. And You'll even feel that your GPS, like I was talking about last week, your God positioning system, will seem to be on the fritz. You'll feel like, this is what I feel like, a spiritual fraud. Considering all the mental and spiritual and educational work that I've been doing and you've been doing, you start feeling like a spiritual fraud. Like, what has all that work been about? Do I really believe this stuff? Am I really doing this stuff? And yes, when you're in this, it's quite possible that counseling or therapy or doing some spiritual mind treatment work with a practitioner should probably be in the mix. And you can always call our office number, and if we can't pick up, we'll get back to you as quickly as possible, or email us for some counseling, some spiritual counseling or practitioner work. However, the other thing to remember is that this is where the growth period, this is where the busting through is going to kick in. This is where revisiting your purpose, even in a general sense, like this, is imperative. We all get this. We all get this growth period at one time or another. And if you think back on any of them, you'll realize that when you got to the other side, whether it was a few days or a week, there was an aha moment. Something happened. I think what a spiritual fraud I am for a certain amount of time, and it's usually very short, a few days, but then it kicks me in the butt. It kicks me in the butt, and I have these aha moments, and I start remembering, and I start doing this. Now, remember, when this happens to you, it's called a growth period, because it's only a chapter, a cycle, a stage, a season. Like Pete Seeger wrote from Ecclesiastes, to everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time to every purpose under heaven. And in the end of that short period of time is growth. Could be a transformation, maybe even a transcendence. But when that happens, when you bust through that growth period, that's when the soaring and zooming start kicking in. When the light pierces the darkness, a rebirth occurs, and you're released from the chrysalis, so to speak, that you've been in to become the butterfly. You rise from the mud like the lotus blossom does. And until then, until it happens, whether it's a few days, even a week, go ahead, sing a few sad songs. Sing your version of both sides now. But don't get lost then in them once the 3.5 minutes of the song passes. You might even find prayer feels more like the Socratic cry of, I know that I know nothing, which can be very frustrating. But soon, with our spiritual and psychological tools, we will find that we will move from the Socratic idea and start remembering René Descartes' famous cogito ergo sum, I think, therefore I am. I think, therefore I reveal the divinity in me right here, right now. Morgan Freeman wrote, self-control is strength. Calmness is mastery. You have to get to a point where your mood doesn't shift based on the insignificant actions of someone else. Don't allow others to control the direction of your life or your growth period, I may add, which includes you, not just others. Others may say something because they see something in you. You may speak a little differently. Your energy may be different. But don't allow, he continues, don't allow your emotions to overpower your intelligence. And may I add, don't let it overpower your divine intelligence, that which comes from the gut, the intuition. So here's some quick tools to help you get through the emotions of a growth period. Here's an obvious one. Keep reminding yourself over and over and over, and it may not take effect right away. You may laugh at yourself inward, but keep reminding yourself it's not the past or the future that's important. It's always the now. It's always this moment. Life is always just present moments strung together. And the past only has the power you give it. Refocus yourself to the right now, not anything before and not anything in the future. Another one is know that this too shall pass. And don't resist the emotions that are coming out. Feel them and let them pass. If you don't feel them and let them pass, they're going to sit in there and percolate and grow. And don't judge yourself on the monkey mind chatter that's going through. It's so easy to hear ourselves talk and go, and be so mad and call yourself names and stuff. Don't do that. Don't react to it. Rise above it. Pain comes in the resistance of things you can't change. Pain comes in the resistance of things you can't change. And shaming oneself or allowing regret to take hold, it's unnecessary. And it's never going to lead to happiness. It's never going to lead to you really getting out of this growth period. You want to respond to the monkey mind with truth. Remember the story about feeding the wolf. So you want to feed the wolf you desire to be. The kind, respectful, respecting, takes actions, meets its goal, affluent, loving, peaceful wolf, or that other one. Remember, feed the wolf you desire and then just release all that stuff. Release that monkey mind. It's going to come, especially in a growth period. It's going to show up. Another thing to do is gratitude. We talk about this all the time. Make a list of that you are grateful for. Big, little, teeny, tiny things. It matters not. Remind yourself of your accomplishments. Focus on your accomplishments. Of course, spiritual practice, step into that. Again, especially if you've stepped out of it, that usually helps bring on a growth period if you've stepped out of your spiritual practice. Affirmative prayer, make sure you don't ask, declare and reveal. Make sure you don't plead either. State and affirm. And I know that during a growth period, it is so easy to just want to ask the universe for this and that. You want to plead to the power and presence about things. Stop yourself. Even if that's okay. If you start doing that, just realize that that's happening. Go, well, wait a minute. No, I declare and reveal this. I state and affirm this. That's how we do this. We refocus our mind. We state our purpose over and over again. Your self-talk may begin to differ, like I said, and that's okay. But your conscious mind, remember, your conscious mind is really in charge. It's more powerful than your subconscious mind. As much as it seems it's not, it is. Or especially that damaging false self thing called the ego, especially when you get into the old negative stories. Start telling your subconscious who's boss. Start showing it who's boss. And don't spend so much time explaining and complaining. Now, I'm not telling you not to ask for help or get counseling, like I said, but the more you lament about it, the more you spend in the woe is me victimhood about it, over that, scary place of being stuck, the more the big bad scary, fearful wolf is being fed, the more it's going to stay put. So release the wallowing. You are the container of your emotions. You are not the emotions themselves. Of course, meditate as well. And you know what? Even if that meditation only lasts a minute, that's okay. If that's all you're going to get to because of, the agita going on in your head and around you and the energy and all the craziness, Even if it lasts a minute, that's okay. Just let it regrow. Let it take its time to grow through. And if that monkey mind shows up while you're meditating, let it pass through. Just give it a little push maybe, but let it pass through. Because stepping into the consciousness brings enlightenment. And when we start feeling enlightenment again, it starts bringing calmness and that joy in communing with our best self. And in that, you start easing the yuckiness of the growth period. It's yucky. I know it. It's not the I know nothing, now teach me everything perspective that I want you to step into. I want you to truly reveal or advance your divine self in your thoughts and experiences when you're in a growth period. So this is what I want you to know. It's the I know the nothing, which is the nothingness from which all arises. That which began and begins all things, from which everything originates, the Alpha to Omega, the Genesis, the thing itself, call it what you will. It is that energy where my wisdom arrives from, which feeds and nourishes me, guides me, and propels all I desire into meditation and manifestation. The light from which I can tap into for the infinite possibilities of the universe. This is what I know, and it knows me. That's what you want to know. You want to know about the no-thingness, the nothingness of the universe. So when you really feel you don't know life, love, or anything at all, and you can't get a hold of your purpose, reach for this purpose first. Reach for this purpose first. Reveal the divinity in you. It's not about your past, and it's not about your future. It's about your birthright, your who you truly are. And you remember what that is? An individualization of God itself, of that divine presence and power itself, of spirit itself. That's who you truly are. Concentrate on that. Concentrate on your right now. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Time to To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to gain, a time to lose, a time to rend, a time to sow, a time for love, a time for hate, a time for peace, I swear it's not too late.
That was the Thorns featuring Gary Jacob playing Turn, Turn, Turn. Pete Seeger's Turn, Turn, Turn. I want to just quickly remind you, we will not play the video that we are supported by your love offerings. And if you support our purpose statement, revealing the divinity in you, then please go to Venmo or PayPal or our website, NewThought-SC.org, where you can donate and give your love offering to us. We're also on social media, and there's a video I would like to show you. Yes, please like us, subscribe to us, all that fun stuff. On social media, we've had some great success, especially in the last year on social media and on TikTok now. As you know, I do a TikTok video every Sunday right after our celebration, and now I'm starting to do one midweek as well. I'm starting to bring out just for a minute or two, because that's all you get on TikTok, some of my favorite spiritual books that you may want to pick up. And speaking of which, here's a little video you can watch about my spiritual book. Yes, the Affirmation Revolution is in pre-sales right now. You can go on Amazon. That is the only place it's being sold, is on Amazon. Our launch date for receiving your ebook and or your paperback version, if you prefer that, is April 15th, the perfect day to start some spirituality for the week. It's some essays and affirmative incantations to motivate you, inspire you, and step you up to your greatest life. The Affirmation Revolution coming your way right now. So now let's do some thank yous, and of course, I always want to thank Steve Apperson, who's our producer and director in the background there, that I get to hang out with a good hour before we start our celebration. And him and Caressa will be back, I believe, next week. I believe that's correct. So there'll be a new song, or maybe a revision of an old song. We'll see during the week what he feels like bringing up next week. So we want to make sure and thank Steve Apperson. And of course, all the people that allow us to use music videos. And we'll have some more live music folks as the weeks go on. So that's it for the announcements, my book, and thank yous to Steve and recordings. And here's another thank you I want to get to. We're going to end the broadcast after I close this out with a spiritual mind treatment. We're going to end the broadcast with a song called I See the Light. And those who have seen the Disney movie Tangled, you will recognize this song. It is actually sort of a love song, but listen to it as if you were looking in the mirror. It's written by Alan Menken and Glenn Slater. And I found this beautiful rendition by Olivia Collingsworth and Joseph O'Brien. So we will close out our broadcast with that song, I See the Light. Until then, let us once again take a deep breath together. Let's reboot, refresh. A lot has come through. A lot of information has come through. Exhale through your mouth. You may seem like or feel like those words may come into your head. How am I going to remember all this? You don't have to remember all this. It's already in there. When the right thing is needed, it'll pop up because you've heard it. It's waiting to be used. Close your eyes if it's comfortable for you. And know this with me. There is one mind. That mind is God's mind. It's that mind of divine love and intelligence. It reveals itself, that divinity reveals itself in each and every one of us right here, right now. And I open my arms and my heart and my mind and my body, my allness to that allness. And in this revealing, I step forward to take control of my life. Loving control, not something I have to hold together with force like a fist, but loving control that I can just awaken to, allow, invite, and cradle in my life. The words, the intelligence, the knowledge, the feelings, the tools that need to show up are showing up right here, right now, on purpose, in perfect time, for me to upgrade my life, to step out of any growth period I may be in right now or may enter at any time in the future. I am claiming right now that the perfect intelligence, loving intelligence, will show up through my intuition to inform me what I need to do. I just need to know right here and now that the divinity reveals itself in me right now from this moment forward without hesitation. And I do so right now. I do so in appreciation and gratitude because I know the universe always says yes to what I have declared and claimed and revealed, what I have spoken. My word is powerful right here, right now. So I can be easily appreciative and grateful for this power in me. As I release this word, as I release this knowing into the universe that says yes, right here, right now, as together we say, so it is. Amen, Omen, hallelujah, abracadabra, boom, it is done. Have a most fabulous week. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week on Sunday or during the week if you don't watch it live. Thank you again. Fabulousness is yours right here, right now. Ponder the now. Namaste.
all so clear. I'm where I'm meant to be, and at last I see the light, and it's like the fog has lifted, and at last I see the light, and it's like the sky is new, and it's warm and real and bright, and the world has somehow shifted. All at once, everything looks different now that I see you.
All those days chasing down a daydream, all those years living in a blur, all that time never truly seeing things the way they were. Now she's here shining in the starlight. Now she's here, suddenly I know. If she's here, it's crystal clear. I'm where I'm meant to go.